Hello, everybody. I am bride's father, and every few years I get few minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to talk. So today is my day. And I'm sorry if I bore you or go extempo, but okay. Okay. Kiran and I would like to thank each and every one present here in person or in spirit, relatives, friends, colleagues, well-wishers of Natasha and Roger, who have made such an endearing effort to descend on the Queen City, which we call Charlotte, to bless the two of them on this auspicious occasion. Before I go into about Natasha and Roger, there are several special people in this audience who have been the building blocks of our lives right through, and they have really determined our future. And we must thank them because where we are today in this wonderful juncture in our lives is all because of them. The first group of people I would like to thank is Air Marshal Dr. Manjeet Singh Boparai and Dr. Mrs. Sequinder Boparai for traveling this far to attend the wedding. They were like our parents in India and took care of us during some of the roughest times there. They were our lighthouse during all those choppy and tumultuous ways of life, and they guided us to the safe and secure shores. We are forever indebted to them. Thanks to Dr. Sarjeet Singh Gill and Dr. Mrs. Primaljeet Gill for being like our parents in US. They sponsored us. They helped us in settling down in USA. Natasha was born in Shreveport under their care. That's her first home, and it will always remain as her first home. They have been our savior, our rock, and our guiding light in USA. We can never repay them. Thanks to Mr. Sarjeet Gill and Mrs. Mukhinder Gill for their constant support, their guidance, their good wishes, their love, their advice, their encouragement and blessings. Thanks for always being there for us. We love you both very much. Thanks to my two elder brothers, Brigadier Anil Adlakha and Mrs. Sunita Adlakha, and Brigadier Ashok Adlakha and Mrs. Amita Adlakha for traveling this far from India to attend the wedding. They were my caretakers. They were my caretakers during my teenager and formative years of life and had to tolerate my various idiosyncrasies. They sacrificed an awful lot to make my future career and my life. They are now my connection to India. They are my reason to travel to India, one of the main reasons. And they are my parents in India, and I owe my career and life to them. Thanks to all our nieces who have been helping us tirelessly for this occasion. They are our angels. We have been fortunate to see each one of them blossom from very young, petite girls to loving and caring individuals and mothers today. Thank you so much. Thanks to all our family and friends from India, UK, USA for making a valiant effort to come personally and bless the couple. We can't thank you enough. We are deeply touched by this kind gesture. Thanks to our Shreveport family for taking care of Natasha right from the time that she opened her eyes for the first time to see the world and when she took her first breath. Interestingly, the pediatrician and neonatologist who did that is right here, Dr. Mrs. Neera Chabra. So she checked her APGAR score and said, honey, time to wake up. You are out, so it's okay. And so she knows her from day zero to now. The Shreveport family has been helping the three of us to make it here in USA. Their consistent support has gone a long way in our lives. Thanks to our CMC Ludhiana family, Christian Medical College Ludhiana family, for giving us such wonderful times and nostalgic memories when we were all together at our alma mater. Thanks for coming to Charlotte to bless the couple and making them a part of your family. Thanks to Mr. Sajjan Singh Dhaliwal and Mrs. Kuldeep Dhaliwal and Dr. Pradeep Singh and Dr. Mrs. Anju Singh for arranging an amazing Sangeet ceremony for Natasha and Roger. It was spectacular and thoroughly enjoyable. Hats off to them for putting up such a vibrant musical program. It was memorable and we are indebted to them. Thanks to Mr. Sajjan Dhaliwal for performing today morning such a pious and soulful and serene religious ceremony in the Anand Karaj. It was so pure and touching and magical. This would not have been possible without him, and he's been working on this for many months. And thank you, Sajjanji. From the core of our heart, which in medical terms we call the endocardium, we would like to thank Dr. Pradeep Singh and Dr. Mrs. Anju Singh, because Dr. Pradeep Singh is a cardiologist. He doesn't understand core of heart, he understands endocardium. Their magnanimous and selfless support in setting up Natasha's wedding. They have been God sent to us, and without their constant and consistent help, none of this would have been possible. We can never repay them for their generosity and hospitality. What they have done for us is immeasurable. Natasha has found another, she has many mothers, but she's found another mother in Dr. Anju Singh. God bless them both with long life and give them 100-fold more joy than what they have given us at all times. Thanks to all our dear friends in Charlotte who have been our culinary, our emotional, our social, physiological, physical, all types of support, and who have helped us in innumerable ways to put this event together. We can't thank you enough. Thanks to Mrs. Sangeeta Yadav, also we call Sangeeta Ji, who our wedding planner. She took care of all the curveballs that came to us at every curve. And she diffused the situations, and she is an amazing, invaluable asset for planning this wedding. Huh? What's his name? Mr. Sushil Patel is who has done this wonderful decorations, as you saw during the ceremony, Anand Karj, and right here today. So please give him a hand. He's like an artist, and this is passionate. This is his passion. Last but not the least, thanks to Papaji and Biji, which were my in-laws, and my own parents for watching over us and showering their blessings right now from heaven on this loving and closely knit family whose first seeds they sowed. You all have heard of a famous African proverb. It's called, "It takes a village to raise a child." Find a village, encourage one another, and open your village to others. All of you here, I want you to know, in person, or who couldn't make it, or who are up in heaven, in spirit, are an integral part of the two villages that raised Natasha and Roger into exemplary individuals and helped shaping their future and their destiny. They are what they are in large part because of you all. Today, I believe two villages are becoming one town. Two very old cultures, thousands of years old, are becoming a new culture, a new hybrid, a new voice, a new language, a new entity. Today, like Natasha, I feel I have become half Taiwanese. I sometimes wonder, has destiny brought them together, or have they changed the destiny? I think something for all of us to think about. Natasha, your first breath in this world took your mom's and my breath away. And you created a place in our hearts, and you snuggled in our hearts, and you left and imprinted your small little footprints in them forever. I used to love her small little feet and her little cheeks. Those prints are there forever. The happiest moment in our lives was when you were born. The image etched in my mind forever is the one when you had just been delivered You were just about a minute old. And you were being cleaned, and APGAR score was being checked. And Dr. Neera Chabra was saying, honey, you are out. It's okay to breathe. She opened, because it was taking too much effort to open the left eye, and she knew I was on the right side of the bed. She opened the right eye. She looked up at me and she smiled. And I bent down to kiss her, and she whispered. And she said, Dad, are you ready for a ride of your life? It'll be, she said, it'll be a ride of your life. It'll be a ride you'll remember. Buckle up. Yeah, you have been the greatest gift God has ever given us. You are our biggest achievement, and our lives have changed so much for better since you came along. You gave a purpose to our lives. To a father growing old, nothing is dearer than a daughter. As beautiful and angelic like you, we must have done something right in our lives, probably the past lives, to deserve a daughter so beautiful, so kind, smart, talented, sweet, and brilliant as you. I didn't give you gift of life. Life gave me the gift of you. A daughter is God's way of saying, thought you could use a lifelong friend. Angels are often, and I believe most of the time, disguised as daughters. In our lives, you are the sweetest melody and the brightest ray of light. Keep shining. We'll be right here watching you conquer the world. Remember, in our eyes, you're still mommy's little girl, daddy's little girl, and mommy's world. Don't grow up too fast. Slow down. Take a breath. Roger, when Natasha fell in love with you, we knew we would love you too. You are created by God, hand-chosen by Natasha to be loved and cherished and valued as a member of our family. Today, we have not lost our daughter. We gained you as our son. We know you love Natasha very much. We can see it in your eyes and your actions. She would not want to live her life with anyone but you. You may not have been born into our family, but you seem to be born to be a part of it. Being the best in-laws is the least we can do for an amazing son-in-law like you. Thank God your specialty is subdiaphragmatic, and it is urology. Because predominant, we have about 13 physicians in this family, and most of them are supradiaphragmatic. They didn't think that things below diaphragm were important. But so we have. And what a coincidence. It happens to be right next to, adjacent to Natasha's interest, which is GI. Both GI and urology maintain a very healthy, harmonic relationship placed side by side in our abdomen. But the flip side is that one fistulous communication and the whole relationship can get soiled and septic. So never let any fistula occur in your relationship. Natasha is the heartbeat of our life, spirit of our soul, our connection to the future. When she's happy, we are ecstatic. When she's sad, we are despondent. When she cries, we are heartbroken. We suffer silently. Please be gentle with her, take care of her, be her rock, always be supportive and loving. Never let her feel lonely. Treat her like a princess. And what you will get in return, which I got, is immeasurable. For everything else, there's a Visa card. I strongly believe that as I have aged and you look back at your life, I strongly believe that the third most important life-altering event in our earthly existence after birth and death is who we choose to marry. I think that is the most important thing, that we are in control. Birth and death, we are not. We're trying to be in control of death. One thing I can tell you, going forward, it will change your geography, your history, your progeny, your career, your happiness, your outlook, your personality, your existence, your essence of life. everything. It'll change everything. And you can ask any happily married man, and he'll wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. It is the most important event in your life. We are definite that you both have made the right decision to marry each other and change each other's lives for the better forever. Natasha, today you mark the start of this new chapter of your life. On this day, we pray that every ounce of joy that you have given to us as parents is returned to you 100-fold. Mom and me have always prayed since you were a little girl that you would find your perfect partner for the rest of your life's journey, and you did. We are so happy that Roger and his family will be joined with us today. They have opened their hearts to us. They are most loving people and most laid back, and we've been very, very lucky to have them as our relations now. God chooses all this, not we. We pray that Roger will be like a shade from the hot sun, a warm drink on the cold day, and a rainbow in the storm. We know it's never going to be alcohol. We wish both of you a lifetime of joyous moments and memories that you both can treasure forever and enjoy your love for each other and the love of your friends and family forever. Fairy tale dreams have turned into reality today. There's no turning back. There are a couple of things of advice I wrote for Roger to remember. One, remember no Euro GI fistula. Remember, you are the head of the family. It doesn't matter because she's the neck. So the head can keep saying yes, no, and anything, but the neck is going to keep turning the head whichever way it wants. So, so just accept it that you are the head. Head, nobody cares, it's the neck that matters. Remember, the woman of your life and your dreams is always right, even if Google is on your side. Never, ever argue. Because remember, Google can be wrong, not she. Never forget her birthday, anniversary day, and Mother's Day. For everything else, you can be forgiven. Remember that a son eventually can become son-in-law, a daughter-in-law, a father-in-law, and a mother-in-law. But what do you think the wife becomes? She is the law. As I said, I feel half Taiwanese today, so I wanted to surprise my own self, and I wanted to surprise my new relatives. So I thought to myself, I'm going to attempt to speak a language and try to convey, and I'm hoping I'm able to convey that in my pronunciation. If I massacre the language, I'm so sorry. And some of you will understand. I think Anand Chabra, Nandi may understand. Ni men hauma. Sheshe ni lai Roger he Natasha Hunley. Sheshe ni de Dowley Charlotte. Sheshe ni de Zhao Fu. Sheshe ni pe Chang Hao di Roger. Roger, Zing Zhao Ge Natasha. Ching pe Natasha yi ai shu chang. Ta shi woman wei yi da hai zu. Dang ta shao shang di shi ho woman shao shang di geng du. Ta zen zai shi ni de zeren. Shao ta chang kong zu yi yang. Shi wu hao chu. Sheshe Wanan Zaijian. What I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was, how are you all? Thank you for coming to Roger and Natasha's wedding. Thank you for coming to Charlotte. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for raising Roger very well. Roger, please take care of Natasha. Please give him love and respect to Natasha. She's our only child. When she hurts, we hurt even more. She is now your responsibility. Keep her like a princess And then I just said, food is delicious, we haven't eaten yet. And then I said, thank you and good night and goodbye. So that's it. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Dr. Kiran and Arun Adlakha. That was lovely. Next up, we have Dr. Eric and Mrs. Helen Yao. Please come to the stage.
I have to get my reading glasses. First, I'd like to thank everybody to come to celebrate Roger and Natasha's wedding. Your presence here is the biggest blessing to them both. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Dr. Pradik and Andrew, the hosting of the Thursday night Sanji, as we have so wonderful time together. Thank you for that. And I'd like to thank my in-laws, Arun and Kiran, for hosting this wonderful wedding ceremony, and welcome Roger into your family. Thank you. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about Roger first. Roger was born in Troy, New York, upstate New York. And when he was born, I know exactly the time, 2:05 p.m. And his weight was 7 pounds, exactly 7 pounds, healthy little baby boy. And then he grew up all the way from Troy through Ann Arbor, Michigan, Boulder, Colorado, and finally to Seattle, Washington. And he came back to New York City for the past 10 years to attend the medical school and then his residency. And he met his love. When he first time met Natasha at the hospital, he tagged his mom, said, "Mom, I met a very beautiful girl today." And I tried to ask her out for a date, and I will let you know what's happened. Luckily for Roger, Natasha agreed for a date. Lucky you, Roger. So I consider Roger is a late bloomer, okay? When he attended UW undergrad, okay, freshman year, there's an orientation for parent. So I took the pre-med parent orientation, okay? When I came home, Roger asked me, "Dad, which orientation you went to?" I said, pre-med. And Roger ridiculed me at that time. "I'm not going to medical school. Why you attend the pre-med parent orientation?" I had to touch my nose in Chinese. More busy is kind of, oh, sorry. And then I use a low voice. "Oh, that's just my personal interest." So he decided to go to medical school late in college, maybe in his junior year, okay? So the way he got into medical school is not easy. He tried first year, no interview. He tried second year, few interview, no admission. And then the third year, few interview, and then finally one day, I received in my mailbox a big, thick envelope from New York Medical College. When I touched that big, thick envelope, I immediately knew that's a acceptance letter, okay? So at that moment, that was my happiest day of my life for Roger. Today, at his wedding day, the same joy overflowed my heart. So, to almost not get into the medical school, to when he finished medical school, he can match the urologist residency. About 20 students graduated from his medical school. Only 4 went into urologist residency. And only 2 received the award from his school. Roger was one of them. And then last Thursday, when we attend his graduation, some of his professor in the program and mentor came to us, said, "Oh, congratulations you. Your daughter, Roger, is a very good doctor. Yeah, you should be proud of your son." The first 1 or 2, I kind of thought, well, they've been just polite, okay? But after all his professor and mentor said how good Roger is, okay, I finally sink in. Maybe Roger is really good. And a few days ago, we stayed at Natasha's apartment. We tried to get Wi-Fi. Said, "What's the password of your Wi-Fi?" And Natasha said, "Roger is the best." And Natasha added, "Can you believe it?" I said, yes. As a father, yes. Sometimes Roger can get a little bit overconfident and a little bit cocky. So as a responsible father, okay, I like to put some weight on Roger's shoulder, so prevent him float into the air. Roger is the best protector for his wife and his family. Roger is the best urologist armed with the power of prayer who prays for his patients. Roger, pray for your patients. Roger is the best son and best son-in-law who will always honor his parents and parents-in-law. And as it says, for every successful man, there's a great woman behind. So Roger's mom is that great woman. He raised him, give her a big paw. He raised Roger, he nurtured Roger, he molded Roger to a fine young man. And so lately, my wife said, "Oh, such a relief. I can pass Roger to Natasha." So, Natasha, the baton has passed to you. Be a great woman, not behind Roger, but beside Roger. Okay? Nurture him, love him, support him, raise a wonderful family together. And finally, and most importantly, Roger, I hope you to do your best to be a faithful servant of God, okay? To serve God, your family, your patients, and your neighbors. And as a father and father-in-law, I bless you and Natasha. I look at wrong side, sorry. I bless you and Natasha, okay, to have good health, to be prosperous, to have the power to love each other, to forgive each other, and keep an open mind always. Communication, communication, communication. Thank you.